Coming up next on Making Moves, it's nearly launch time for JTA's new transit system. We'll talk live with CEO Nat Ford. Hot sun and afternoon thunderstorms are a standard fixture here in North Florida. Terry Casey tells us what JTA is doing to make it better for transit riders and how JTA can help you save big money on your downtown parking. Those stories and more right now on Making Moves. Hello, and thanks for joining us today on the Season 6 finale of Making Moves. I'm Donna Deegan. As you have probably heard, the JTA is undergoing a massive system-wide transition they call route optimization. More than 40 bus routes are being redesigned, bus stops realigned, and bus shelters and other amenities improved. Here to update us on route optimization and some other key projects JTA is working on is Nat Ford, the authority's Chief Executive Officer. Thank you so much for joining us. It's so good to see you again.
Thank you for having me, Donna.
Man, you guys are some busy people right now.
Well, we've been hard at work for the past year, but we have dedicated customers to our service, and we want to give them the best transit system they could have in the country.
Well, this is exciting. Route optimization is really an integral part of your Blueprint 2020 plan, and we'll talk more about other parts of that plan in just a few minutes. But let's start with ROI. So why do such a massive overhaul in one fell swoop? Are you just a glutton for punishment, or why do you do this all at once?
We did a lot of research. We listened to our customers. We listened to a lot of the business community, and they deserve a much better system than that's out there today. And with that, rather than take years to improve the system, we felt that it needed to be done now, and to do this in a very courageous and bold manner and give the citizens of Jacksonville a world-class transit system. So that's why we're undertaking it. Our citizens deserve better.
Well, in this programming note, I want to let you and other folks know that we'll get into a lot more details on that end, what it means you know, to have all of this happening at once, what it means for your customers. 12 million rides a year now on these bus lines. Two of your executive leadership team are going to be joining us. Brad Thoburn and Lisa Darnall join the conversation just a little bit later. Now, one of the key components to making this work is providing real-time passenger information to riders so they can track when those buses are coming, and that sounds like it would be just a huge help. When does that start?
Oh, that's going to start on December 1st also.
Wow.
It's critical while we make these changes to literally provide our customers world-class solutions, and real-time passenger information is pretty much a standard nowadays. We did not have it here at the JTA. We're going to unveil it on the same day. It'll be good for our current riders, but it'll also make it easier for interested riders or choice riders to have the opportunity to try the system and have a simple way of gaining information on when buses will arrive and when they'll depart, and provide them easier information in terms of trip planning.
Sure, that's a big deal if you don't want to sit and wait for a bus that may not be there right when you're expecting it to be there. That's perfect. So I know that you were telling me the public has really played an integral role in making all this stuff happen. How much has the public been involved?
Literally hundreds of meetings that we've had, from public hearings, town hall meetings, meetings with elected officials, the business community, our riders obviously, and our bus operators to really get the input of what that we need to make these changes. So it's an unprecedented level of public involvement, and we thought that was key to making these changes. While we had a lot of data that we collected internally at the JTA from our planning department and our operations department, we needed to have the input of our riders in this community to make sure that these changes were in line with what they wanted. Where are they going for work? Where are they going to go to worship? Where are they going to the doctor? Where are they going to get their education? Over this 30-year period, almost literally 3 decades, our community has changed, and where people need to travel has changed, and we wanted to make sure we captured all of that. So when we implement the new system on December 1st, it addresses everyone's needs.
Boy, that's exciting. I also understand that your campus is changing. So
Yes.
you're moving at least some of your folks to a new location.
Yes, as part of our conversion of our bus fleet from diesel fuel to compressed natural gas, we need to build a fueling station, a compressed natural gas fueling station, and we will be taking our current location and making it 100% operations and maintenance facility for the JTA and build it to expand in the future. That's going to require that we relocate our administrative staff, our executive staff, planning, finance, external affairs, to a downtown location, Atlantic Place building on Hogan Street. And so we're very excited about that, Hogan and Forsyth.
Yeah, people might find you easier to find as well, right?
Yes, there is a major component of that is the creation on the first floor of that building, a true customer service center where we will be able to handle any customer concerns, sell fare media, sell fare passes, as well as have lost and found, all of this easily accessible to our riders and to the community.
I've got to say, it just sounds like so much. I mean, do you ever worry that you're taking on too much at once here?
I believe we assembled an exceptional team of professionals at the JTA. They're a lot of them are type A personalities, and they're looking for that next challenge.
Unlike yourself, right?
Yeah, I've been categorized that also. But we are looking for challenges to improve the quality of life here in Jacksonville, and I think they wouldn't have it any other way. And so in this time frame for the JTA, it's a major transformation. We have the right team of professionals, 800 of us in this organization, and our community deserves an improved system, and we're going to bring it to them.
All right, that sounds exciting. The countdown is on. JTA CEO Nat Ford, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Making Moves, and you can come back anytime.
Oh,
We'd love
thank
to
you
have
for having me, but it'll have to be after December 1st.
I certainly understand that. Okay,
Yes.
When we come back, two of the key people who are helping to make this massive transit overhaul a success will join us and talk more about ROI and some other key projects the JTA has in the works. You'll be fascinated by what's coming to your community. We'll be right back.
There's no better place to be than Everbank Field watching your hometown Jaguars. And there's no better way to get to the stadium than on the JTA Stadium Shuttle. Single game tickets start at just $7. Buy your tickets online at JTAFLA.com, at the JTA Admin Building downtown, or at any JTA Stadium Shuttle lot. The Stadium Shuttle brought to you by JTA and 1010XL, the official radio station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Even though we've teamed up with the Jaguars, we're not just going to be cheerleaders.
I don't see any way where the Jaguars don't go undefeated.
You can still expect the same hard-hitting, unbiased opinions. We're not expecting any special favors from the Jaguars.
For the hometown team, I don't just see one Super Bowl, not one, not two, not three, not four.
So to keep our listeners' trust, we have to walk that fine line. And you can count on us.
Welcome back to Making Moves. Brad Thoburn and Lisa Darnall join us now. Brad is JTA's Vice President of Long Range Planning and System Development, and Lisa is the Vice President of Transit Operations. Welcome to you both. So much going on right now at the JTA, and ROI's slogan is new system, new routes, new way. Lisa, what is the new way?
Yes, Donna, thank you. Our new way is all about customer service. We have dedicated staff available to educate our customers. We will have new routes. We will have new bus stop signs. We will have new uniforms for our operators. We have individual managers who will have around-the-clock responsibility for our service to make sure that we're providing service at high levels. We've provided many town hall meetings for our bus operators. We've actually recruited some of those same bus operators to help us train other bus operators. And our public participation has been extensive. We've had 14 public hearings, we've created 19 community advisory groups, and we've had almost 100 community events to help our customers learn about what we're doing.
Well, that's wonderful. And we're now, gosh, just weeks away from this December 1st launch. JTA customers are clearly going to see some major changes on December 1st. How can they make sure that they are prepared for those changes?
Well, you're right, Donna. actually every route's going to change. So it's dramatic change. And the changes are going to be really focused on increasing the frequency of service. Today, there are only 2 routes that have 30-minute frequency. Under the new system, we're actually going to have 10 routes that have 15-minute frequency, and we'll have 20 that have 30-minute frequency. In total, 90% of our riders are actually going to be within a quarter mile of service that has either 15 or 30-minute frequency. So it's dramatic. Our service is going to be more direct, so that you'll have more straight line service instead of meandering through neighborhoods. The stops will be spaced out a little bit better. The connections and transfers, if you have to make, are going to be timed a lot better. And then the span of service is going to be different. So we're going to be operating later into the evening, and that means that it'll better align with the needs of our workforce. So folks that are working later are going to be able to access our system much more easily now. But those are significant changes, and so people need to be prepared for those on December 1st. We've developed, we've brought on a whole crew of folks that are going to be, are actually out in the system today and meeting and available to talk to our riders today, but then also going out to community groups and being available throughout the entire community. In fact, if you're out there and you're looking for somebody to help, look for somebody with one of these blue shirts on, because they're the experts and they're going to be able to help you find out how you can navigate the new system. But even if you're not out there and you want to look at our system, go online, look at JTAFLA.com. You can also call 630-3100. So there are a whole host of opportunities for you to figure out how the new system is going to work for you.
Well, and how's it going to work for those bus operators? Because a lot of changes for the bus operators to get used to as well.
Yes, it is a lot of changes for our bus operators, and we're spending a lot of time educating them as much as we are our customers, so they will be just as prepared to help our customers.
Well, I know that you all have this app that is going to tell people exactly when those buses are coming, and so there will be no folks just sitting and wondering, when is my bus going to come? And you had an actual little test group with one of your Arlington bus routes. What was the feedback from that on that new app?
The feedback was very positive. We had customers who were on our services using the application, and they were able to see exactly where their bus was located and what time it would arrive at their stop. It gave them more time to plan their day, and it provided an opportunity to receive a text, voice, or an email alerting our customers when the next bus will arrive.
Boy, that sounds like that would cut down on a whole lot of frustration. And as if this massive ROI project wasn't enough, you're starting construction on the first BRT route very soon. Brad, what can you tell us about, what is BRT?
Well, it's Bus Rapid Transit is the technical name, but we're going to call it the First Coast Flyer. And what it is a premium service that's designed to let people move quicker, longer distances through the city and not have to stop as frequently as they would on the regular bus. We are actually designing our route optimization around the integration long-term of the BRT system. And so we're going to have 4 different corridors and then a downtown piece that connects all of it. We're going to start construction of the downtown in the next few weeks. And then we'll start to see the service on the north and the southeast beginning late next year, early 2016 on both of those. And the key thing is that you'll have very frequent service. So it'll be 10-minute peak hour service, and you also have fewer stops. So maybe every mile or so you'll have a stop. And there'll also be transit signal priority on that corridor, so that the bus will actually be able to travel on the corridor faster than the regular traffic. So it's really a great addition to our system. It'll be branded a little differently. It will be the First Coast Flyer. The buses will look different, and it's an exciting new opportunity for us. It will have almost 60 miles of service when we're done.
Well, I can imagine that's going to be a really popular option. Okay, Lisa, I want to shift gears just a little bit and talk about compressed natural gas buses. Now, we just heard Mr. Ford say that the CNG buses will be coming to your Myrtle Avenue location in 2015. So what advantages does CNG really give you over your diesel buses?
Yes, well, first of all, CNG is a cleaner fuel than diesel, and that's really good for the environment. CNG buses are quieter, and there are significant fuel savings in CNG over regular diesel buses.
So how many CNG buses are you going to order, and will they be designated for certain routes, or how will that work?
We will be ordering 20 buses each year over a 5-year period. So at the end of 5 years, we'll have 100 CNG buses operating in our fleet. and those buses are scheduled to arrive in the fall of 2015.
That's exciting. So and you're also going to have special CNG fueling stations, is that right?
Yes, part of that is a CNG fueling station, and not only will we be able to fuel our own fleet, but we will be opening a fully public access station for companies who might want to convert their fleets to CNG and they don't have the added cost of the infrastructure that we'll be building.
Fantastic. So good for the environment and
Yes.
good for everybody. Well, we mentioned that ROI is a feature of JTA's Blueprint 2020, but it's just one of many parts of that puzzle. So Brad, can you talk about some of the other elements of the puzzle?
Well, we've got a lot going on, as you can see. Clearly, one of the things that we just launched is our Transportal website, which is a regional system that's designed to give people access to information on not just JTA's system, but transportation options throughout the entire region. We talked about BRT and the ROI. We're developing Jacksonville Regional Transportation Center. We're planning for commuter rail in the long term, and we're also planning for the future of the Skyway. So there's a whole host of different things that are happening within the Blueprint 2020 initiatives.
Well, we talked about CNG coming to the Myrtle Street area. We've got a bunch of employees moving downtown as well. I think over 100 employees moving downtown. Why the move to downtown?
Well, it's part of a longer-term strategy. I mentioned the JRTC. That stands for the Jacksonville Regional Transportation Center, and that program is really a series of improvements that are designed to really better connect the services that we have, both whether it's local bus, the Skyway, BRT, with regional and intercity services. So things like Amtrak or Greyhound or Red Coach, Megabus, and then those regional services, future commuter rail, commuter bus services, all connected at one area. But it also includes the development of a bus transfer facility and administrative space. So really the current move is sort of a transition to the Jacksonville Regional Transportation Center. And as Mr. Ford mentioned earlier, it's part of the effort to turn the Myrtle Avenue campus into a true operations campus. So it really makes sense for our ability in the long term to better connect services and also grow our system.
Fantastic. And I heard you mention the Skyway earlier. A lot of interest in that. I know that we lost out on the grant to expand the Skyway to that burgeoning Brooklyn Riverside area. So does that mean that that's gone away?
No, I think it really helped us push the discussion and about what is the future of the Skyway. We're in the process of doing an assessment of the technology and the system itself so that we can develop plans for what the future is of the Skyway. Does the technology change? If we're going to extend it, is it the same technology or is it some new technology? Are we looking at streetcars? What is the future and where are priorities within that future?
Well, I know in a previous Making Moves episode that Jaguars president Mark Lamping suggested this was not the time to expand the Skyway over to the sports complex, but that does happen to be the most requested area where folks would like to see the Skyway go. It sounds like Shad Khan has some pretty big plans to make some expansive changes to that area. So is it time to sort of re-examine that?
I think that as we look to the future of the Skyway, those are the questions we have to ask. I mean, and as we develop our entire system, we really do need to think about tying it to development and having it be part of a development strategy. So as we see things happening on the shipyards area or in Brooklyn, as you mentioned, we need to figure out what are the transportation solutions that help serve those areas. So as we see the transformation in Brooklyn and the shipyards, we really do need to think, is the Skyway part of that future? Is it streetcar or is it some other type of service?
Okay, well, all things that'll be fun to keep track of. I know you've got your hands pretty full right now just with this launch December 1st. Good luck with it. And thank you both so much for being with us today. We appreciate it. Brad Thoburn and Lisa Darnall. And boy, it's going to be a lot of fun watching all this happen. After months of preparation, ROI is just a few short weeks away, as we say, launching December 1st. Transit riders across the city will awaken that morning to sweeping changes in a transit system that really has remained mostly untouched for more than 2 decades. Planning has been intense at all levels, and input from JTA customers and others has been exceptional and a valuable part of it all. Bus stops, shelters, and other amenities are part of this plan. So how important are they to the average rider? Making Moves senior correspondent Terry Casey takes a look.
The Rosa Parks Transit Center is one of the JTA's major transportation hubs, and word is out about JTA's route optimization initiative. When it's implemented in December, it will change everything. Bus routes, route names, bus stops, just to name a few, and will impact all JTA customers. It's an upgrade that includes customer input and designed to make things a whole lot better than they are now. That sounds good to Roxanne Binns. She takes the bus to classes.
Oh wow, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. We would have a lot of benefits,
I think that's a good idea. I think the route optimization is a welcome change, for Jacksonville. It's a big growing city, so you might as well change and upgrade with the city that's growing.
Gloria Tarter did some homework on the plan.
I had called and found out about that, and she had told me that they were supposed to upgrade everything. So I said, okay, then I'll see how it works. If it don't work, now you're going to hear from me.
Jacksonville City Councilman Warren Jones is an advocate of public transportation, and his take on the plan may ease Gloria's uncertainty.
It's long overdue. Jacksonville has changed. The employment centers have changed. The housing and those people who are dependent on transportation has changed to some degree. So I think it can't do anything but get better and more efficient and more enjoyable to ride the bus once the new system is put in place.
Those are just a few of the reasons bus shelters are a major part of the plan and an important part of the customer experience and feedback. Here is another reason.
Protection from the weather, because Florida's weather is ridiculously unpredictable, especially for people like me who have babies. We need as much protection from the outside world as we can get. I mean, an umbrella can only do so much.
Because when it rains, I go under there without getting wet. The bikes, people can park their bikes and stuff, and they have trash cans so we can throw stuff away, not litter on the floor.
What kind of feedback do you get from the customers, the transit customers?
When am I going to get a shelter?
The story behind the drive to get more shelters takes us back to City Hall and Councilman Warren Jones. 6 years ago, he saw a woman caught in a driving rainstorm.
It was an elderly lady who was waiting on Edgewood in front of the grocery store, holding an umbrella with a bag of groceries. And she had to hold the umbrella because it was raining pretty good. And I just said then that it has to be a better way.
Which takes us back to the route optimization initiative.
And as we reduce the number of bus stops, hopefully we can increase the number of bus shelters.
In downtown, Terry Casey, JTA Making Moves.
Still to come on Making Moves, JTA expands its past partnership program. And a look at how some Skyway employees are saving thousands of dollars for the authority.
There's no better place to be than Everbank Field watching your hometown Jaguars. And there's no better way to get to the stadium than on the JTA Stadium Shuttle. Single game tickets start at just $7. Buy your tickets online at JTAFLA.com, at the JTA Admin Building downtown, or at any JTA Stadium Shuttle lot. The Stadium Shuttle brought to you by JTA and 1010XL, the official radio station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
When staff at the Skyway asked an outside company how much it would cost to replace the return air vents at all the trains, they got quite the sticker shock. The company quoted a price of $100,000. Well, after hearing that, the Skyway team got together and decided perhaps they could work up a solution that would be much more cost effective. And that is exactly what they did. The new return air vents created by the Skyway staff were better built and could be done for less than $3,000 for all 10 trains. That's a $97,000 savings on just one project.
What you have here is the new return air vent for the train, which the guys actually modified. And so based off of what's in the train, this immediately looks more robust, like it's going to stand the test of time, that you can take it down, you can clean it a lot better than what you had in the train that was the original component.
If you're tired of paying sky-high parking rates downtown, then you'll want to listen to this offer. The JTA's Kings Avenue parking garage on the South Bank is now open to hourly and daily parkers. The fully covered facility was previously used just for monthly parkers. Here's a quick look at the rates. Your first 30 minutes are free. After that, rates start at $1 for the first hour, up to $8 for 6 hours. Anything over 6 hours is $15. Monthly parking is some of the cheapest in the downtown area at just $26.75. All parking is covered. Skyway rides to the other parts of the South Bank and into the North Bank Business District are all free. Finally, buying and reloading your Star card just got a whole lot easier. JTA's new eStar online payment system is now up and running. Customers can buy new cards, reload existing cards, and register their cards on the JTA site for security purposes. 2 major Jacksonville retailers have also expanded their Star card participation. Winn-Dixie expanded its Star card program from 8 stores to 24. The supermarket franchise now sells and reloads 31-day yellow Star cards. Meanwhile, pharmacy giant Walgreens now offers 1-day and 3-day Star tickets exclusively. And that wraps up this edition of Making Moves. Thanks for taking the time to join us. Remember, you can catch complete episodes of Making Moves online at JTAFLA.com and on our YouTube channel, JTA 904. You can also find exclusive web-only content on our Facebook page. So be sure to check that out at facebook.com/JTA Making Moves. For the entire Making Moves team, I'm Donna Deegan. Be sure to join us next time for our Season 7 premiere. We'll see you then.